I'm back. I just wanted to share my perspective on a couple of the headlines that are going out at the minute. And one of those is 5G. And in one part of the country, I think it may be in Manchester, somewhere up north, they're pulling the 5G towers down and setting them on light. Now, you know, it's and because they feel there's a connection there. And I mean, I'm only looking at the headline. I haven't read the article. You know, it's but they feel there's a connection there into the 5G and the virus that's going around at the minute, which is an interesting thing, and we can kind of look at that in a couple of ways. And from what I can understand, the virus itself is not caused by 5G, 4G, 3G, or any of them. It's not the cause of that. However, there is a lot of evidence to show that the microwave technology interferes with the electromagnetic system of the body and creates an immune response within the human body. So, for instance, you have brain surgeons, and these people now have been so adapted to, you know, sort of people with brain cancers and tumours, that they can tell the model of the mobile phone from the shape of the brain tumour, because each mobile phone puts out a certain particular wave frequency which creates a certain particular pattern, so that they know that, oh yeah, this one's a whatever, this one's a this make, and this one's this make. So that straight away says, you know, if these doctors can see this, there's issues there. There's issues with the technology. So this is microwave technology. So first we had the 3G, and then we had the 4G, and now we're into 5G. And I've heard talks of 6G coming along at some point. Now, bringing it up into these steps, if we were just given 5G, we would really be in trouble. But because it's put in steps, our bodies are capable of dealing with a lot of things. And the majority of people, providing they're healthy and well, can deal with most things that comes along. The problem arises is if a person is already immune compromised or already sick, and then on top of that they have, and it's not just the 5G towers, them as well, but you know, you've got your mobile phones and you've got your computers, and you know, as soon as you touch your mouse you can feel the energy coursing through. Well, I can feel the energy coursing through my fingers, and if I'm on there too long, it makes my fingers go numb or my hand tingle, you know, and sometimes my arm ache if I'm there for a while. So it kind of indicates to me, hey, you've got to sort of back off and take a break. But there's plenty of evidence to show that this technology creates an immune response in the body. Now, if there is an immune response in the body and something comes along, the immune system's already taken up with what it's responding to, and it hasn't got the capability to, like, it's only got a certain amount of capability. So if you've got too many things pulling on it, it's weakened and compromised. And if you've got health conditions and you've got sort of exterior influences like 5G, for instance, all the chemicals that are around us. I mean, there's talk of like 177,000 chemicals You know, that we're in our environment, comes in our food, comes in our water, comes in the air, you know, on the clothes, through our furniture. You know, if you buy new furniture, the paint on the walls, everything. So everything's quite toxic. So everything's laden with these toxins. So all of that together puts a really big strain on the body. Then you have this microwave technology which affects the electromagnetic system of the body. Apparently it takes the oxygen out of the air. Now I don't know that. You know, it's just what certain experts say. But what I do, you know, and I've heard it takes the oxygen out of the blood. What I do know about that is that a client of mine had an experience where they were in hospital and they were being monitored. They were, and the hospital staff wouldn't let them out, wouldn't release them until their oxygen level, this person's oxygen levels, dropped to what they would call the normal level, you know, and so they were waiting and waiting, and what they noticed is every time this person picked up their mobile phone and started to scroll and play and interact with the mobile phone, the oxygen levels would drop. And then when they'd put the phone down, the oxygen levels would rise. And so this person contacted the staff and said, "Hey, look at this." And they got the phone and said, "Watch the oxygen levels," and played with the phone, and the oxygen levels dropped. And the nursing staff were shocked at this. You know, they were really surprised at this. But this person only really spotted it because a couple of weeks before I had been speaking of how much time spent with technology and needing breaks because there's a potential, you know, so what I've read is that it has the potential to take oxygen out of the blood, and this was proved to this particular client. And you know, it was a real proof for me that what I had sort of learned was correct. So there is, you know, for me there is some truth in that. So that was just quite an interesting story I thought I'd share with you about that. But personally, I don't think it's the actual, you know, the actual cause of it. I think the cause is a number of things, and you know, we could go into the conspiracy about this, and that would be all fun, but I don't think that's going to be helpful. But I do think that having a balance between offline life and online life, you know, and taking time away from technology completely throughout the day is really important to maintaining a healthy existence, especially in this time of lockdown, because it's very easy, you know, to just turn to the technology to fill up the day. It's a really simple thing to do because it's there and it's stimulating, and you can get lost for hours, and all of a sudden it's evening, and then, you know, the days roll on. But what happens is you get into a pattern of that, and it's extremely addictive. So for myself, you know, and I've had them addictions myself, and to some degree I still have on the technology, and I do find it, although I can pull away, you know, it is a challenge sometimes because I've got a lot I want to achieve on the technology. You know, the things I want to get done happen to be on there, so it is a challenge. But you know, I think it's important that we all have a balance there with this. Anyway, that's me for now. Be well.